How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to do an overview on the Master 1800 BTU propane heater. This ain't an unboxing because I done used it for about a week, so I wanted to use it in the house and see how good it worked for a source of heat. And I got some good safety concerns that I want to share with y'all about this heater. And over the week I've used it for 4 days. 2 of those days I turned it on high for about an hour. Okay, well the first night I didn't think nothing of it, and the second night I had it on high. That was where all 3 burners was on. I smelt something burning, and I had it in a part of the house where we have the peel and stick tile on the floor, and I reached down there and the tile was so hot it was melted on top of the floor, just right in front of this thing. And that's really a good safety concern that I didn't see on the box anywhere about having a wood floor. I figure if you had just a bare concrete floor like in your shop, you wouldn't have to worry about it. But since I want it used in the house because I have a diesel master heater I use in the shop, or kerosene, and I have kids and all that, you know, and that's kind of a safety concern. But I like sources of heat that didn't run off electric. So whenever you get your box, it looks like that. I bought this thing at Tractor Supply. It's about $119, and it's pretty neat because I said, oh, okay, it's got wheels on it, and you spin it around, and there's no plumbing or nothing. It comes put together in the box. You pull this out, and you take your 20-pound propane cylinder. You can hook the regulator, just set it back in here, like that right there. Take the regulator and just hook it right up to the bottle, like that right there. And you know, I thought about, okay, well, we're gonna have a propane bottle in the house, but that wasn't no big deal for me. I live sort of in a cabin, and I know how to smell for propane or whatever, but it was made this way and it said it was safe, so I was like, okay. And a lot of people that might get this is going to be worried about an ice storm, power outage, and this will be fine to use, you know, better than freezing. And so yeah, you just turn the bottle on, you spin the thing around, you know, and you hold it down to the pilot position. It's got a little click light, no battery operated thing. You just pop it just like a barbecue grill, and the pilot light will come on like that right there. Then you wait about 2 or 3 seconds, let the what is that, expansion valve, or not expansion valve, thermocoupler get hot. That's a safety feature, so if the pilot light goes out, the heater will automatically shut off, so it won't allow propane to leak out in the house, and most propane heaters have that. So you kick it on. When you turn it on low, which y'all probably can't see it, but the middle element is on, and it's kind of windy out here today. But yeah, the middle element will come on and light up red like most of your propane heaters. And like I said though, we're out in the sun. So and I had no problem. I run it on low. I used it all night last night, and I decided, because of the concern about burning a hole in my wood floor in my house and around my kids, I'm probably just going to take it back and get something a little more safer. If it's a wall mount propane heater, something up off the floor, because I never thought about, it never said nothing about make sure you have a certain type of floor. And you know, that's a big deal. If I wouldn't have noticed that night, I probably would have caught the floor on fire, because it was already starting to smoke that peel and stick rubber tile. But yeah, and it's got the high option, and high is all 3 elements. And like I said, it threw out plenty of heat. The heater worked great. It's just, it's too low to the floor. And other thing on fuel consumption, I looked on the website on Tractor Supply, and it said something about like 100 hours on low, and I went and bought it. But whatever, on that 20-pound cylinder, it says that you have 69 hours of runtime, and that means on low, not on high. So you just have 69 hours on low. And that's the one element. On high, it said in the manual, you only have 25 if you're running all 3 burners. But I mean, the thing puts out great heat. And the other thing, the wheels. There's wheels on the bottom, you can roll it room to room. Okay, I noticed unless you was on like carpet, the thing didn't roll worth of crap. It just dragged the wheels around. I was afraid I was actually gonna break the wheels off, moving it from room to room. As you can see on this table, they just drag. They don't spin like they're supposed to. And I figure if it had some higher grade single wheel casters, it'd probably do a lot better, or something rubber that would grip. But it's just these little bitty plastic casters. And like I said, you kind of got to line the wheels up or they won't roll, and I was afraid I was gonna break the wheels off. But other than that, now if I was just to put it up for an ice storm or something, it would probably work fine for that. But I bought it for primary heat source to go. See, my primary is wood, and then I use this to heat the rest of the house. And I got another one that's an actual house propane heater. That's whatever. It's got the star and stuff on it. It's the old wood grain one with 6 blocks and a thermostat. And I'm gonna switch over to it and try it out next. Which I know it's gonna use way more propane than this one. But that's what I'm gonna put in there because it's about that much higher off the floor, and it's got all the chrome plates, and the rocks are sunk back in there, and it's got a fan in it so it won't get the floor hot. And we've used it for years down here at my parents' house, and Dad just told me to come get it, so I'm gonna take this one back because of the floor concern. But other than that, you know, so if you go to buy one, make sure if wherever you're gonna put it in the house, you don't have tile on the floor, and you'll have to keep a close eye on it if you have a wood floor. Now, if you're in your shop, concrete floor, nothing on top of it, it should be good to go. But like I said, it burnt this whole bottle, and I've been running it at night just on low, the one burner, and it's only lasted about. I didn't run it in the day, so it's almost empty now, and I got about 4 days out of it. So pretty good on heat. I don't think the other one's gonna last that long. I figure it'll last 3 or 2 days on low because it has the 6 burners. But I'll show y'all when I get it put in the house on another video on the installation on it, because I have to run a line. I'm gonna have to run it through the wall. I'm gonna put the propane bottle outside, and it's gonna be in a stationary spot. That's the thing I liked about this one, is because I could have moved it from room to room. And but just that deal with the floor and leaving it on in there with the kids, that's just kind of scaring me a little bit. So but alrighty, I hope y'all like it. Like and subscribe, and I'll show you when I get the next one hooked up. And thank y'all for watching. Yep.